warming their bikes up. It's about to go racing. The mix of two wheels and talent on two legs is extremely exciting. It's wonderful to be here. We've got local boys, we've got guys traveling from all over the world, simply just to compete here at the friendly races down in the south of the Isle of Man. The weather's going to be a little bit of a challenge. However, this is not a course that weather is going to stop that racing. We will continue. They will battle on and they will enjoy every mile that they cover today here at this Motor Isle Bilown course. We have found a familiar face in this pre-TT classic racers paddock. It's Mr. Andy Farrell, everyone. You can get that out. Andy, welcome back. You've had quite the year since the last time that we spoke. You've just been showing us some interesting pictures and content there from... Tell us what happened after we saw you here on this delightful Ducati.
Yeah, so obviously last year here I had a great run with a podium on the Ducati. It was the first time racing it. But that's when we luck ran out. Scaries last year. July I ran out of talent again. And when you run out of talent, you run out of road. So I jumped off my bike head first into a bank and had a couple of injuries, as they'd say. So broken back, hip, 2 arms, bleeding the brain, battered and bruised. I'm all right though.
And here you are to tell a story.
Still here, still no more sense, but we'll still give it a go. What else did you do?
Well, when was it? How long was it until you got back on the bike again? Is this your first event since you've recovered, or have you been back racing?
I got out and we went testing Paddy's weekend in Portimao. That was the first time back out on the bike since the crash. Obviously very stiff and still quite sore. Got rained off, so I didn't get much track time. So we went to Donington for a test day. Mm-hmm. And I've done Cookstown, a couple of little short circuits back home, just back out spinning laps. That's all really, just to get the body back working and seeing how it feels. And obviously it's still all right. I'm back here again.
Exactly. And you've chosen to come back with these guys as well. So a return to the team. We saw you here last year. We chatted to you about this gorgeous Ducati. Now it's one beast and powerful machine for you to be jumping back on again, but it's like old slippers, I guess, because these boys, you know, they take care of you very well. Yeah,
look, it's the Ducati is a completely new machine for me to be riding. We only tested it once last year, rode it once last year. Characteristics of the bike are it's like a really big super twin, obviously, but it goes like stink, it really does. But it's just getting the bike, the setup on the bike for handling is the major problem. You know, we're just suffering with track time, suffering with road track time as well. So you know, we put a few settings in it last night in the wet, and I absolutely hate the wet. I'm too precious to be out in the wet. I love myself and I don't want to be falling off in the wet. I'm bad enough in the dry. But yeah, we seemed to go well. The bike felt pretty good. I wouldn't be a great person around here. As I say, I've only rode twice around here. So I'm still quite learning the track, you know. I can get around, but you have to get around quick. I think I was a little bit more braver than a few last night, and I won't say that's the brainiest of things, but something was bigger and it wasn't me brains. So but yeah, I enjoyed it. You know, it is still a phenomenal place to be. Mm-hmm. You know, I love the atmosphere in this paddock. You know, the classic superbike, the classics, the people, the club. Mm-hmm. It's fantastic. You know, and I really enjoy this kind of atmosphere with just less pressure. You know, and obviously I went well last night. I can't say what's going to be like tonight. You know, there's a lot of quick boys weren't in the group last night, so you know, it might look good on paper, but at the end of the day, tomorrow's when it matters. You know, and if I get a top 10 finish and a signature for the Manx, that's all I'm looking for. You know, I'll try and take me time, as the fella says. My ma tells me take me time, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, good luck with that.
Thanks very much.
Listen, we wish you all the best. Enjoy the racing. It's great to have you back. Great to see you back to your fine self, and enjoy the Ducati. And I'm sure we'll catch up with you after the races anyway. Andy Farrell, everyone. I've got Mr. Joe Yeardsley here, local boy. You've had great success here, Joe. Unfortunately, last night you did come off, so fill us in on what happened last night. I know it was mega wet going out.
Yeah, just come into Church Bends and no different than what I'd normally do. And there was a bit of standing water across the road and just took the front. And it was like a slow motion crash, to be honest. It just slid down the road and luckily missed the stone wall. So luckily the bike's not too bad or anything. So a bit frustrating for everyone. But main thing is we're all right and we can hopefully get out at some dry time today.
Good. Well, hopefully the sun is going to stay out to play.
Yes, I hope so. It's hard for everyone, including the marshals, standing out on it, and it's so annoying that we've had a month of good weather, and then 5 o'clock yesterday, before we both go out, it's started raining. So yeah, fingers crossed we get some dry time today and tomorrow.
And tell everyone a little bit more about the bike. So you're back with Mistral Racing, which is fantastic, and like putting old slippers on, I suppose, but really comfortable, great setup. So tell us a bit about what you have here.
Yeah, this is the Mistral Classic Race Team 750. It's my 3rd season riding for these guys now, and they're such an amazing team. I feel so fortunate to be riding their bikes, and we also compete at Scarborough and the Manx Grand Prix as well. So this is a good meeting to get the bike set up, because they're always developing them over the winter, so they're always trying to improve them, which is why I'm here. I know a lot of people don't like riding because it's close to TT, and it's a lot of risk, and it does spoil it a bit for me with having the TT. But the TT's the pinnacle, so it's just a case of riding around and trying to keep safe and not bloody falling off.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it's still great fun though, coming back to this course, right? I know it's a risk before TT, but you are here because it's the friendly races. The paddock is just so well received, isn't it? So it's always great to be back with everyone.
Yeah, I love it, and it's called the Friendly Races for a reason, isn't it? Everyone's so chilled out, and it's great to support it. You know, it's one of my favourite circuits, and I think these sort of events, you've got to support them to keep them going, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, listen, Joe, thanks very much. All the best.
Thank you.
Enjoy it. And if you just join me doing two-wheeling. Thanks so much. It's Mr. Aaron Hans, everyone. Welcome, and tell us a little bit about the setup here. You've got your beautiful Mia sat on the bike, warming it up for you.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, she'd be a little bit faster than me today. So, yeah, it's nice we've had a dry session, because from the Southern last year, being a newcomer, it was wet constantly. So obviously wet qualifying last night, and then today is the first time I've been out in the dry. It's a bit different. It's a bit faster, and braking markers have all changed, everything, but. Yeah, we've had a good few days, challenging few days on the bike, just getting it ready, because it was picked up last minute, but it's getting there. Done a few bits of tweaks and bits and pieces, but it's so different to riding a modern 600. So this morning, many swear words were said when the brake pads fell out and this, that, and the other. So I was like, okay, but it's got through qualifying. I think I've just qualified 13th. I'll take that. I'm happy with that. Okay. I'm happy. And I've got flies on the front of my helmet rather than the back of the helmet, so it's been a good qualifying session.
So fill us in on that difference to the modern. So of course we're talking classics. So what are the key differences that you could paint the picture with?
A quick shifter would be night and day, because I've got to use my hand.
Yeah.
So it's a slipper clutch. It hasn't got a slipper clutch. Hasn't got a damper on it. But it's, for an old bike, it's like a 1992 bike. So I was 6 when this came out. Was I 6? 6? Yeah. I like riding it. It's nice to ride. It's just it takes a little while to get used to. But once you do 2-3 laps, it all comes back, and it's like riding a bike.
Hello. Pun intended. So have you been building it yourself? Have you had support to build it? Has it mostly been you?
So I'd love to say yes, but it's not. My friend Daniel Rossi, whose bike it is, picked it up for 750 quid. And put some little bits and pieces on it, and then we've basically block wired it, prepped it. It's a standard engine, it's a road bike with race fairings on it, and now we've just taken it around the Isle of Man. So it just proves you don't have to spend silly money to go racing and enjoy it, so I'm happy with that.
Wonderful. Well, listen, Aaron, all the best. Have fun.
Thank you very much.
And we'll see you
Always.
after the races.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Cheers.
Two-wheeling. Thank you.
I did 3.
Oh, did you? That's all right.
Edit that out. Edit that out. Edit that out. Edit that out.
So we've got Tom Bradshaw here, everyone, and the 103, the Kawasaki. So Tom, how is it going for you?
Obviously I'm newcomer here, so steady away. Obviously last night was a bit of jet ski racing, bit of baptism of fire. As a newcomer here, I've raced at Scarborough in Aberdeen, but obviously I'm not used to a road track where you're braking on white lines, so that was quite a lot to take into in the wet as well. So yeah, just steady away, and hopefully I qualify for the main race really.
And tell us about the bike that you are riding right here.
Yeah, so it's we've got a wet and a dry bike, but the wet bike's poorly at the minute, so we've just got a dry bike at the minute. So last night it got converted to a wet bike, so yeah. The aim is to come here and obviously get entry for the Manx next year, hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how have you found taking to the course? It's a fun course, isn't it, the Billan course?
Yeah, it's a very fun course. Obviously, there's nothing like riding it. I've done my YouTube laps, I've done my PlayStation laps in the van when I got here. But yeah, it's a strange place. Definitely back again.
Okay, great. And as with regards to like road racing and classic road racing, where will be next for you?
So I've got Scarborough in a couple of weeks, Cock of the North. So I'll be doing that. I'll be doing all the Scarboroughs. A bit nervous about going back to Scarborough. Unfortunately, the Gold Cup, I fell off and broke my thumb the first lap of warm-up on the Saturday. So yeah, that'll be strange going back to Scarborough.
It's another great community, Oliver's Mount, though, isn't it? You know, you've got an amazing community here at the Belaun course, a great team that put it together, but another really fantastic community over there in Scarborough.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, Andy does a good job there, Andy Hayes, and Wendy as well. And then I go to Aberdare as well. I raced Aberdare there for the first time last year. So yeah, it's great. I mainly do the roads, that's my interest, and the main aim is to do the Manx.
So why the Manx? Why does that attract you so much?
I raced motocross, won my motocross championships, then we thought we'd come back road racing, chasing my national signatures. It's just iconic, really. I've watched TT for years and years, and I've said to my friends, I've always wanted to race a mountain course, and they probably won't believe me. They probably said, "Oh, you're talking a load of cobswallop," but yeah, I think they're starting to believe me now. So yeah.
Great. And you're hoping to take this bike around the Manx?
Hopefully the 400, yeah. I did have a Super Twin, but I feel more comfortable on the 400. Suits my riding style a bit more than the Super Twin as well. So
Great.
yeah.
Well, listen, all the best in the race. Enjoy yourself, and we'll check in with you after the races. So if you just join me in doing a two-wheeling classics. Thanks, Sam. Well, I've bumped into Mr. Barry Wood here at the Pre-TT Classic races. Now, Barry is not too shy of this course, or Manx Grand Prix, or any of the racing on this island. You've, in fact, give us a little recap of your achievements, Barry Wood.
My achievements were probably more downs than ups, I think. But no, we've done it a good number of years. I think about 25 years racing, and injuries put paid to all that. But had some good times. Always enjoyed this particular meeting. I don't know how many years I did this. I'd never won one, but I got seconds, thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, fastest laps, everything except the win. But always enjoyed this particular event, enjoyed the camaraderie of it, and great to still see a lot of older faces still around, yeah.
And talk about your times racing around here then. What bike would have been your favourite to compete on? So we're talking classic bikes.
Probably most of the bikes I was on was the two-strokes.
Yeah.
250 Suzuki's, and I had some decent runs on them, but probably the best runs I had actually was 350 Hondas, 500 Hondas. The 350 Honda in particular, John Turner's bike, I led the race by the whole straight one year, and the clutch went. But I got second. I got a fastest lap, which was great at the time, but yeah, just more time on the two-strokes really. And even now, it's nice to see and hear the two-stroke.
Yeah, the sound and the smells are just superb, aren't they?
We were talking last night about that. You know, there's one of the classes got about 250 TZs in, and all these four-strokes went past, and then a TZ went past, and we just looked and said, "Oh, fantastic!" And the smell as well. You can't replicate that. You can't get the smells watching videos and things, can you?
No, you absolutely can't. So we're in the middle of all of these classic, like absolute beauties, aren't they? They smell, they sound pretty fantastic. What would stand out for you that's on this entry list that you've been going around and admiring today, Barry?
In the bikes?
Yeah.
Apart from the two-strokes, there's some things you would never see, like there's a Royal Enfield GP5 there. I mean, you never see them getting raced now, kind of a thing. Nice to have a look at. And just the various Suzukis that I used to be on. I mean, the bike I rode here 35 years ago, in fact the bike I crashed at Church Ben's 35 years ago, is being raced today by its owner Bob Dowdy, you know, so those bikes are a lot smaller than what I remember. I tried to sit on them last year and I can't get anywhere near them now, but just all the Suzukis and the different people riding them, and very often the same faces. I just love that, you know.
Yeah. You've got great community and friends you're still very much in contact with who are still racing, who still come over to visit. And you're here, we're just going to chat with Israel in a little while as well. So he's an interesting American character coming over on that great Ducati as well.
Yes, and I do know him. I actually met him about 6 years ago when he was here to learn the course with the Manx Grand Prix newcomers. Unfortunately, he didn't get a ride, and he still hasn't managed to get a ride, but he does this. He is a great character. He's got his little dog there as well.
Yeah.
And he's actually no mean rider. He had a good run at the Daytona. He had a good run at Hengelo. He's done various European road races, and I hope he gets a good run here as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's laid. This whole thing is laid back. But he takes it seriously. Yeah. So hopefully that goes well for him.
And looking back at this, all those characters and talents you've seen race around this course over the years, Barry, anyone in particular that stood out, and any particular bike that stood out watching round here over the years that you've been coming?
Well, whether we're talking about the pre-TT Classic or the Sutton 100 itself, my all-time hero was Ray McCulloch from Northern Ireland. Ray won many, many races around here from, I think, 1969 the first time till, I don't know when his last win was, but he won the championships and things. And to me, to watch him and Joey racing together, in fact, in the 70s, you actually had the Dramara Destroyers and the Armoy Armada, who diced all the time on the Irish roads, racing together against each other around the Boulogne course. They were magical times, and Ray and Joey together was, never forget that, no.
Wow. Well, listen, we've got to give your page a shout out as well. Fill everyone in if they want to join your private group. You share some just amazing stories of the history of the racing around this island and elsewhere as well. Pictures, stories, memories, everything. Give the page a little shout out, Barry.
Well, our Facebook group is Roy Moore, the long-time former Ramsey Hairpin commentator, and myself. So Roy Moore and Barry Woods Mountain Memories, and we update it on a daily basis pretty much between us, and there's lots of old stories, pictures. My bedroom is not just a bedroom, it's like a museum. There's so much there, and of course, as you talk to more and more people, I'm a taxi driver in the day job, so I'm always meeting interesting characters, and we could put that on the different stories and things, and hopefully we've had a lot of good comments about that over the last 6 years. Hopefully we can continue to do that.
Absolutely.
Keep people entertained, and certainly during the COVID time when people weren't allowed out, there was a big effort then, and I think a lot of people really latched on to us, and they've been faithful to us, so thanks to everybody for that.
Yeah, great. Check it out. It's Roy and Barry's Mountain Memories private Facebook page. There's also stuff on YouTube as well, Mountain Memories on YouTube. It's really interesting. Great stuff that you can learn about these amazing events on these Manx roads. Barry Wood, the legend that is, the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you for chatting to
I've never heard that before, but they're very kind of you anyway, Hailey. Thank you. Cheers.
Two Wheeling Classics. Thank you. Cheers, Barry.
Right, cheers now.
Israel, welcome here to the Pre-TT Classic races. What brings you to a bit further afield for your racing? Tell us what brought you here and why you were drawn to such a course.
I don't know. Just I've been trying to get into the Manx Grand Prix since 2016, and did the newcomer training. Just for one reason or another, not been able to get in. So trying to come here and get a result to help persuade some people to let me race.
Okay. Well, I hear you might have one or two friends that are associated with the Manx Grand Prix that you might know. Mr. Jim Hunter, the travelling marshal.
Yes.
I'm sure he would love to have you part of the event.
Well, that'd be great. Yeah, Jim's a great guy, and he and another friend from the Isle of Man and met up with me, and we traveled up to Ukraine to take some humanitarian aid to some schools in Ukraine there, and that was a great trip.
And have you gone around the course with him? Has he taken you around the TT course?
Not yet, though. He does have some kind of certification that allows him to sign off on me completing an instructional lap. So maybe that'll happen. We'll see.
Well, let's come back to the bike and the classic racing. So tell us a little bit more about your history on classic racing and classic bikes. Sidecars coming in?
Well, in terms of classic racing, this is about the extent of it. I had a couple of Ducati 916s, when I was younger and rode around on the roads, probably a little faster than I should have. But now I race a Ducati V2, at a pretty high level. Did the Daytona 200, doing some IRC road racing rounds on it. But I specifically got this 748 Ducati to compete here in this event in the junior class, but I'm also doing the senior as well. Actually, yesterday when I went out for first qualifying for the juniors, the first time I ever had ridden a bike.
And how did it feel around this course?
It was kind of hard to say to begin with because it's the rain. It was just a little bit terrifying. But as I made a few laps, I settled in a little and did okay. When I went back out in the senior later, it was much better. I felt a lot better in the second qualifying. Yeah, and today I didn't get as much time on it as I'd liked. I'd missed the junior qualifying. I only got out in the senior, and I had one lap that I felt pretty good on. So we'll see. They're going to allow that to act as my junior qualifying lap. I don't even know what I turned. It felt decent. So, yeah.
And we all love the TT course, right? The Manx Grand Prix. We love the circuit. I come from here. I've always loved the course. But for someone like you coming across the pond, it's such a big mission for you to put a team together, to come and race here and to graduate then to the Manx Grand Prix. Why are you drawn to it so much? Why is it such a drive for you?
It's kind of hard to say. I mean, I've always been a bit of a gearhead or motorhead, however you want to put it.
This is Duke, everyone.
Yeah, Duke's trying to get in on the action. So I've always enjoyed going fast, and in the States we got video footage in the early 2000s of racing here, and I was in my late teens and thought, man, I'd really like to do that. And just kind of put it out of my mind. But, 2016, I decided, hey, I'm going to give that a shot. And I've been working hard at it ever since. And there goes Mr. Peach.
Yes.
And I'd like to give my thanks to him because he does a really good job running this organization and this event.
It's such a friendly event, isn't it? Of course, It's called the Friendly Races, but the community is second to none. They're looking out for you, they're welcoming you, and it's just an enjoyable paddock, isn't it?
Oh yeah. They've absolutely been treated extremely well here, and you can tell they wanted me to be here to race, and I've been enjoying it very much. Even in the rain.
Well, listen, Israel, it's an absolute pleasure having you with us. I look forward to seeing you graduate and get into the Manx and seeing you racing there as well.
I don't know that the Manx definitely isn't happening this year, but the Classic TT, I'm entered. We'll see if my entry is accepted, but that's kind of my last shot this year. So, we can put a big bore kit in this, and it'll go around the mountain.
Excellent. Listen, thanks for chatting to us. You just joined me doing a two-wheeling.
There we go.
Thank you, Israel.
Thank you.
Thanks, Duke. We're here with Damien. The number 96 bike entered into the Pre-TT Classic races. How is it going for you so far?
Yeah, today's gone really, really well. We had a bit of a couple of minor issues last night, nothing major. On the first lap, I realised my steering damper was set far too loose, so I had to pull in and adjust that. Other than that, we had a slight issue with a brake lever that was it's a foldable brake lever, and it just wasn't tight enough, and it kept dropping. So I was having to ride along with two fingers holding the brake lever up. So that was a bit sketchy last night with the conditions. But other than that, the bike, it's a new bike to me. Last night was like the proper time I first got to ride it properly. And it's brilliant. It's a cracking bike, yeah.
Give us a full rundown of the bike then.
So I don't really know much about it. I believe Ryan Garside actually built it. Someone told me. Done a deal with a local guy on the island, and he contacted me, asked if I was interested in buying it. So did a deal on it. Didn't know nothing about it. Took it up to Derby, did a test ride, and it was awful. Absolutely awful. Brake discs were wobbling on it, and misfires and fueling issues. So dropped it off to Slick, and fair play to him. He tuned it, and it's running absolutely mint. Obviously changed the front brake discs, and we got our first proper run on it last night, and obviously went out again today. We've sorted obviously the brake lever issue and the steering damper issue, and it's spot on. Could do with a couple of minor adjustments on suspension, but you'll always be chasing that down here. You'll never get it 100%, but we've done well today. We put it 7th. So, for a bike I've only rode and done, what have we done now, 8 laps? I'm pleased enough with that.
And what are your hopes when you get into the race with it?
I said top 10.
Okay.
So we're there now, so if we can stay there, we're happy.
Very good.
So, and as I say, for a bike I've never really ridden, I'm pleased pleased as punch with that. So.
Superb. And you've got quite a setup here with Wayne. Is it
Yeah.
triple trouble.
Well, they all knew I had a big awning, so they've all commandeered it. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's good. I mean, Wayne very much like me. He's a privateer, very much so, you know, and so any help we can give each other, the better. Like, you know, so yeah, I don't mind them all.
So, fill us in a bit more about that. Coming to an event such as this, getting yourselves up as a privateer. The guys are so supportive in bringing you here, but how is it? How much of a challenge? What is, say, the biggest challenge as a privateer coming to something like this, or is
Money.
it more? Yeah,
money, 100%. It's money. You know, lads like us, you know, you got standard. Well, most of us like 8 till 5 jobs in the day. You know, you're working 5-6 days a week, and most of us got families, young kids, you know, we've all got mortgages to pay, stuff like that. So you're literally scraping for every bit of help you can get. I personally done very well this week. I've had EVF have come on board, sponsoring us with fuel for the year. And my friend Manda, she's a marshal here. She's come on board and give us a couple of quid. And Mike's Motors, who are marked up on there, they've helped us out this week as well. And it's what you need. We really do need people to help us out, because it's very hard to do it on your own. Very hard. And people like Wayne, I mean, fair play to him. Wayne and Sam and Luke, they're all newcomers at the Manx this year as well. So those are the lads that really need people to get behind them. And I've said this 100 times. You know, when you got, especially like TT now, you got people walking around the paddock, and like we've seen those the TT clothing brand that went up the other day. It was like the cost of it for whatever it is, a gilet or whatever, it was like 500 quid. Now, if you've got that sort of money to spend, I tell you what, go and find the privateers around there and go and buy one of their caps. You know, 20 quid. You know, it goes a long, long way, and that's what people. But in my view, people should be going and helping those lads. You know, top boys. You know, these top boys are getting thousands and thousands of thrown at them. So go and help a local.
good. I like that. So if they did want to support you, have you got any page for support?
I've got a Facebook page, DC Racing Isle of Man. So if anybody wants to hook me up on there, they can. So, as I say, any help towards any of us is really, really appreciated. You know, it goes a long, long way to keeping us in the sport at the end of the day. And we need, you know, everyone comes from grassroots, and you need that to keep the sport going. So, you know, yeah, if you can help a local, you know.
Good, great. Well, listen, Damo, I'm going to let you get back to working on the bike. All the best with the racing. Thanks for chatting to us, and enjoy the customer. Thank you. In a two-wheeler. Thank you.